Hello everyone and welcome to this yin yoga practice. I am bringing you this video all the way from my home in Stratford and I'm super excited to practice with you guys again. Today we'll be focusing on the heart meridian, especially opening up the upper back, the chest, the shoulders and the whole upper body. You will need some sort of pillow, or if you have a bolster, great, but just something to start in a reclined position. So when you're ready, we'll come to reclined butterfly pose, where we bring the soles of the feet together and you come to lie back on your support, your bolster or your pillows, where we'll begin our session today with the arms wide open. So if you're comfortable and your shoulders allow, take your arms either in a big T shape or cactus your arms and settle in. So today, as you enter your practice, I'd like you to close down your eyes and let the jaw rest deep back into the throat. And let your eyeballs rest deep into the face. And today I invite you to allow everything to become heavy, resting fully into your mat and whatever support you have underneath you. Now, as humans, we tend to get caught up in the busyness and challenges of life. We often forget the simplicity of being alive. So let your day, let your week fade away now and bring your awareness to your breath. Can we breathe deep from the heart center? Through the nose, feeling the belly and chest expand on the inhale. And feeling the falling of the chest and belly on the exhale. Let's simply keep our awareness here for the next 3 breaths. Just noticing the rise and fall of your breath. Enjoy your final breath there. And after your exhale, just simply slowly turn your left ear down to the bolster or pillow to look to the left. And you might start to play around and kind of press the right hand further away from you, or twinkle the right fingers to warm up that right side of the neck. And when you're ready, turning your head to the other side. And you might play around with that left hand, kind of twinkling the left fingers to wake up the left side of the neck. Just becoming curious. Beautiful work, everyone. Slowly bring your head back up to center. And with the eyes still closed, just bring both your palms onto the heart space. And bring your awareness to the sensation of your beating heart deep into your chest, just for a moment. As humans, we get so caught up and live mainly in our minds, we forget that this little organ beats relentlessly to keep us alive. Breathe into the gratitude right now for this moment. May this practice be kind, soft soft and nurturing for our heart, body and soul. Well done everyone. Gather yourself up, keeping the feet the same. Press yourself up to a seat where we will take a hold of the ankles, and on the inhale lifting the spine. On the exhale slowly fold forward for butterfly pose. Option 1 is to simply fold forward, or option 2, you might be able to take the arms around the sides of the knees or thighs for a more tortoise shell shape today. But just allowing the eyes to close down, the spine is rounded, and I want you to really allow the brain to rest now. So right now, even if your eyes are closed, we can imagine looking into the space of the heart. And in traditional Chinese medicine, which is the science of yin yoga, the heart is seen as the emperor of the organs. It provides blood to the entire system. And therefore, if the heart works well, the Chinese believe that all else works well. And let your upper body fall heavier over your legs as the upper back begins to open and soften. And really watch your final breath now as you expand the back of the heart and release further to the earth on your exhale. Beautiful work everyone. Let's come on up, grabbing the ankles, soft lift of the spine. We're going to guide the sides of the knees up and place the soles of the feet on the floor with 90-degree legs. Now just give a bit of love at the toes here, so maybe plugging the big toes down and lifting all the little toes. Then dropping all the little toes and just lifting the big toe. Just give your feet and all the metatarsals a bit of awakening. And as you breathe in, we're going to pull the knees and the heart forward. Inhale. And as you exhale, open the mouth, let the air out round the back. A few times we breathe in, pull the chest forward. Inhale. Open the mouth. Exhale the air out and round the shoulders. So a few little seated cat-cows. Let's do a few more. As you breathe in, the heart comes forward. Open the mouth, lion's breath out as you sit back. Breathing in, final time. And this time, lengthen the legs forward, flexing the feet, lift the arms up for a seated L. Folding at the hips, forward bend. Caterpillar pose, a little softness the knees. If you have tight hamstrings, we bow the head down and settle into our next yin pose. the harsh world that we live in has caused our hearts to harden, to protect ourselves from hurt, disappointment. But the true nature of our heart is to be soft and kind and compassionate. So with your last breath here, can we practice to soften into whatever sensation we are feeling? Beautiful work, guys. Come on up. On your inhale, lift the spine, guide your knees up, and we're going to make our way onto all fours in your own time. So bringing the knees under your hips, hands under the shoulders. You sink your body weight into your hands and knees, send the belly button down, little cat-cows. As you exhale, rounding the spine, and really focus on lifting the back of the heart high up to the sky. Dipping the belly down, draw the shoulder blades together, inhale. Exhale your angry cat, slow and controlled. Again, focusing on opening all areas of the heart. And then once you've done a few rounds, we're sending our hands towards the top of the mat for melting heart pose, keeping the hips high and the chest low. Option to bring your forehead onto the mat or your favorite cheek onto the mat. And if you have tight and tender shoulders, you take your arms a little wider towards the corners of the mat. And if you're even more familiar with this pose, another option is to take both palms to the base of the neck, if you have the shoulder mobility to do so. If not, you choose which option is best for you. And again, you lock into stillness. So I learned something beautiful about the part that we are opening now, which is the heart meridian, which runs all the way from the armpit through the arm to the pinky finger, is that the heart is directly linked to your eyes. So the more open and energized your heart, you can see the vibrancy and the life within someone's eyes. So breathe a little deeper into your heart space here and imagine the life gathering deep within you. And just enjoying that final breath, gathering the prana, the life force within your heart. And when you're ready, you just release the binding of your arms, pressing into your elbows and coming up and tucking your toes. Slide the hips over the heels to come to a high kneeling. Now, if you need a blanket under your knees, this is the time. You can bring a pillow if you have sore knees. We're going to rise the arms up on the inhale and cactus your elbows. Draw the shoulder blades together on the exhale. Take the right arm over the left and give yourself a beautiful hug for a moment. Bow the chin down. And on your next breath in, we're going to lift the forearms to come to Garudasana, eagle arms. Option to take the backs of the hands together, or if you can bind the palms. We stay with the third eye and thumbs connected for a few breaths here. Noticing if the mind has a resistance or urge to move, take your final breath. And then when you're ready, come back to that beautiful cactus arms, untuck the feet, tops of the feet on the floor, sit yourself down. Good, draw the shoulder blades together, this time left arm over the right, give yourself a hug. Thank you for bringing you on the mat again to nourish. And when you're ready, we'll meet in those eagle arms, the forearms lift. Option to bring hands onto shoulders if you have tight shoulders. Otherwise, connecting a finger or thumb to the third eye, the seat of wisdom, our intuition, connecting to that divine source, the thing that brought us back to the yoga mat. Beautiful, guys. Let's release those arms. Take a deep inhale and cactus the arms for a final time. This time, bind the hands behind your sacrum, interlace the fingers, start to bow down at the hips and place the forehead on the floor. Option to rest in this child's pose, or option to roll onto the crown of the head if you don't have any neck or shoulder problems, for rabbit pose. We roll onto the crown of the head, you lift up through the thighs, and maybe the hands stay at the sacrum, or maybe the arms lift up overhead. We rest for a couple breaths now. Notice where your mind has gone. Let's release those hands back down to the sacrum and place the hands either side of the head. And just very gently, with the crown of the head on the floor, just draw a little cross on the crown of the head, just to give yourself a little kind of self-massage on the floor. Maybe you'll draw a few circles. This is beautiful for releasing anxiety or stress. When you're ready, press yourself up to all fours and come to bring the forearms onto the top of the mat. You'll meet me in Sphinx pose, and we're going to slide the left knee forward today towards the left elbow. Lifting up that left elbow, we're going to thread the right hand through the gap in the arm. Right hand touches the left knee, and then you open your left arm out to the side for your cat pulling its tail or reclined twist today. So the first option is to stay in this beautiful deep twist, or the second option is to bend the bottom leg, the right leg, catching the right foot into the glute with the left hand and extending the top leg away from you for cat pulling its tail, catching either the calf or the foot, or you might take a strap around the sole of the foot. Just notice if the tongue is pressing towards the roof of the mouth. Can you relax the jaw? And for your final few breaths here, can you imagine the heart expanding out through the chest and arms. And on the exhale, just letting all the tension go. Beautiful, guys. Slowly releasing out of the pose. Turn yourself back onto your front to Sphinx pose. Forearms on the floor. Slide the right knee forward and mirror whatever you did on the other side. Thread that left arm through and turn the right arm all the way behind you. Again, option to stay here, or second option to bend the bottom leg, catching the foot to the glute and binding the top hand with the top leg for cat pulling its tail the other side. Beautiful, guys. Enjoy that expansive last breath here. And on your exhale, just begin to exit any binds. Lengthen the legs out long. We're coming to one of our final yin poses. Make your way back onto the mat. Slide the bolster or two pillows underneath your sacrum for supported bridge pose, where you rest the hips down onto your support. You open up the arms wide. If the shoulders allow, you open them to a T shape or cactus. Spread the feet out wide. Option to drop the knees together. Or if your hips and lower back allow, you might want to walk your feet a little bit longer away from you for full bridge pose. Maybe some of you can grab either elbows and allow your body to fully surrender now. Nothing to do, nothing to say. Are you someone who spends their life hunched over a desk or screen? Or maybe you've made yourself feel a little smaller to fit into society and what it expects from you. Maybe for months, years, or maybe your whole life you've learned to tuck all your problems away and hold it tight and be strong for everyone else. But the truth is, your heart has remembered it all and needs it to be released. So whatever you've been going through, whatever you've been holding onto, now is your time. With your final breath, you inhale, safe to open and expand. And with your final exhale, I ask you to release the heaviness that no longer serves you. Let's do that one more time together. Breathing in, you expand the heart. And exhale, let it all go. Beautiful work, guys. Bend up your knees when you're ready. Bring your hands by your hips and just slide the bolster away. And let your hips settle down to the earth. Just draw your knees into your chest. Maybe lift up the head and crawl yourself into a little ball. Rock yourself side to side. Feel any emotion that's arisen for you during your practice. Before extending the legs, opening the arms out wide, palms face the sky, shoulders rolling out. For your Shavasana, corpse pose, where you close the eyes and let everything rest down. So for your final parts of your practice today, I invite you to take 2 hands to your heart center and just really take a moment to notice again the beating of your heart, keeping your body alive in this moment. And with the same awareness, I'd like you to imagine that there's a tiny version of you living inside this heart. And in this moment, I'd like you to imagine that you could give this little version of you a long, loving hug. Feel your own arms wrap around you with unconditional love and respect. In this very moment, we are fully holding and supporting ourselves. A perfect moment to make a sankalpa, which is a promise to yourself. So letting any answer arise, please ask yourself, what do I promise to do for myself? In your mind, say, I promise to. Notice what arises. I leave you here now to rest for as long as you need in this space. Take your time. Namaste.